All right, welcome back, everybody. It's time for another deep dive. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different.
Oh.
Yeah, we got a really interesting request from one of our listeners. They sent us a dream and asked for help interpreting it. And I thought it'd be fun to dive into that together.
I think that's a great idea. You know, dreams can be so mysterious and full of symbolism. It's always fascinating to try and unpack their meaning.
Yeah. Oh, hey there. How can we help?
Yeah, hi, it's David. I'm the one I sent this dream, so for you to interpret what you think it is about. Okay, so I dreamt it last night. So tell me all about it. Is the future holding something?
Hi there. Thanks so much for tuning in and sharing your dream with us.
Yeah, we're really excited to dive in and kind of unpack it with you.
Absolutely. So, as we understand it, you were in a garden full of trees, right?
Yep. And that's when you saw the frog, which you wanted to help.
And then things got interesting when you noticed all the toads.
Okay, so you want us to just jump right in, huh?
Well, I think we can start with the garden.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Gardens often symbolize growth and potential.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, especially since it was a large garden.
It could represent your personal growth.
Or a specific project you're working on, maybe.
Exactly. And then we have the frog.
Yeah, so frogs are often associated with transformation.
Change, cleansing, rebirth.
Right. So the frog could be a desire for change in your life.
Or maybe you're feeling called to help something.
Like maybe you're caring for someone or want to nurture something in yourself.
And then we get to the toads.
Which is the part that really stood out to me.
Toads can symbolize abundance.
Abundance.
Yeah, resources, opportunities, possibilities.
So maybe it's a sign of good things coming your way.
Jungian psychology.
Yeah, but the toads, I mean, they were so big and fat and ugly. I mean, they were not funny. They were not nice. You know what I mean? So they were quite the disgusting creatures. So I don't know. I'm not sure about your interpretation. Sorry about that.
Oh, no need to apologize at all.
It's really helpful to know how they made you feel.
Because you're right, disgusting toads change things.
It sounds like they didn't feel like abundance at all.
So what could they represent if they're big and ugly?
Maybe your subconscious is asking if you're ready.
Ready for what, though? Right?
Ultimately, dream interpretation is personal.
That's so true, and your feelings are key.
Exactly. Did the toads feel positive or threatening?
Were they cute or scary in spite of being ugly?
How did they make you... Oh, yeah,
Well, the frog was little, tiny, and funny and lovely, okay, the frog. But the toads were just big and fat and disgusting.
Okay, so the frog felt nice and safe, but the toads didn't.
That helps narrow it down a lot.
Because that could offer clues about something specific.
Yes, that's it. So it's not about abundance.
Maybe they're about feeling threatened instead.
Yes, but how and why do these feelings threaten you?
Dreams are such a powerful tool for self-discovery, right?
Absolutely. So let's recap again, but differently.
The garden is growth, like before.
The frog is transformation, which felt good.
And those toads are maybe a feeling of being threatened.
It's super important to consider what resonates with you.
So what's going on in your world that connects to this?
We've talked about feeling threatened.
But what if the toads are something else entirely? Even still.
Oh, I like where you're going with this.
What if they're all the little things bugging you, but scary?
Oh, yeah,
Is it possible that the meaning of this dream was this podcast I'm doing? I'm just starting, so it is a new project, and maybe I'm a bit overwhelmed with, I don't know. What do you think about that?
Oh, wow. That's a really interesting idea.
I think you might be onto something there.
Because the garden, it's where you're trying to grow something new.
And the frog is the transformation you want to see happen.
But then those toads are all the overwhelming parts.
All those fears and anxieties of starting something new.
Yeah, like, can I really pull this off?
Or am I good enough to be doing this?
Because you said they were big and fat and ugly.
Maybe there are your doubts about this new podcast.
We all have them, you know.
Starting something new is always a little scary.
You're so focused on the big picture still.
That you miss the plague of scary little toads.
And those little toads can add up, right?
So maybe it's a reminder to pay attention to those little things.
Clear out the... back to our listener. What's up?
Yeah. Could it be that all these toads were the different episodes I'm doing on this podcast? What do you think about that?
Oh, wow. That's a really insightful connection.
Seriously, that actually makes a ton of sense.
Because each episode is its own little challenge.
Yeah. Each one with his own set of anxieties.
It's like each episode is another scary toad.
And the whole tree is all of the episodes you're planning.
Yep, go on.
Yeah, but my question is, where are you in my dream? I mean, you are not there. And you are part of this podcast, you know what I mean? So where are you?
That's a fascinating question.
Yeah, that's like meta, right?
Maybe we're represented by the garden itself.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
A supportive space for your growth.
Or like the pond where you release the frog.
A place of potential and new beginnings.
Maybe the dream is just your journey, though.
Yeah. What if our role doesn't need to be explicit?
Like we're just helping you unpack the dream.
Maybe we are the act of interpreting itself.
That's kind of blowing my mind right now.
What do you think?
Oh, go for it.
Well, the thing is that all the toads, it seems like, I feel it like a plague, you know? So it's sometimes scary and, I don't know, just threatening.
Okay, so those toads truly feel threatening to you.
Not just a nuisance, but like a real plague.
That's a super important distinction.
It sounds like those scary details are overwhelming.
In that case, they might represent a real fear.
Making you fear of failure with this podcast?
It could be the scary details becoming a plug.
Right, like each episode feels like a threat.
And all those episodes together are really scary.
So maybe you need to face those toads head on.
Transform the threat into something manageable.
If you want to succeed with your podcast.
Instead of a threat, make it an opportunity.
Or maybe the toads are all those scary details.
The ones that you're dreading the most, exactly.
Those little details can become overwhelming quickly.
That's it. Each detail adds to the general overwhelm.
So, like, is that idea clicking for you at all?
Are we getting closer to something that resonates?
Because dreams are such a cool tool, right?
They offer such a powerful means for self-discovery.
The subconscious really is amazing, isn't it?
We hope you'll continue sharing your dreams.
Yes, oh yeah.
So what do you think, with all that, what do you think I should do about this dream and all these reflections we are just having here?
Okay, so you want actionable steps, huh?
If those scary details feel threatening,
Then transforming them is key.
turn each threat into an opportunity.
Like, what's one toad detail that scares you?
And how can you flip it on its head?
What's the biggest fear about that episode?
Then try to address that fear directly.
Maybe break it down into smaller steps.
That way it doesn't feel so overwhelming.
If each detail adds to the overwhelm.
Then tackle them one by one.
Another thing is self-compassion, right?
Starting something new is always hard.
Be kind to yourself as you go.
Celebrate small wins along the way.
And remember why you started this podcast.
Go back to your original vision.
That can help you stay motivated, for sure.
And maybe bring back the frog energy, too.
Instead of the plague of toads, see the frog.
Focus on the transformation you're creating.
Okay, I think that is it for today.
Bye for now, and best of luck with everything.
Thanks for sharing and trusting us with your dream.
We are wishing you all the best with your podcast.
And remember to say hi to all those toads.
Until next time, farewell.
Thank you.